And we want to get right to Representative Glenn Ivey for reaction now. Congressman, thanks for talking with us.
Sure, my pleasure.
I know you've been fighting on behalf of Garcia's family, and you even traveled to El Salvador to check on his well-being. What's your reaction to today's announcement?
Well, at least he's going to have a chance to come back to the United States and get into a court and have a chance to be represented by counsel. Frankly, when I used to prosecute MS-13, the process worked exactly the opposite of this. We didn't deport first. We didn't deport anybody, in fact, until after they'd been indicted, tried, convicted, and sentenced. But, he's back now. This will start moving forward soon. I think he'll appear before a judge in Tennessee either today or tomorrow, I would think. The process will start moving forward.
This is a very specific criminal prosecution. As it gets underway, what will you be watching for?
Well, I think the details. I took a look at the indictment, and there's not a lot of details in there, which is unusual for a federal charge. So we'll see what additional facts come out. I think there's going to be questions, too. I saw the press conference for the Attorney General, and they asked, when did she start working on the investigation? She avoided answering that. But it looks to me like they moved forward with this quickly to try and address the fact that they didn't want to be held in contempt in Greenbelt, which is the district court here, for violating the Supreme Court order to facilitate his return. So we'll see how it plays out from here.
And they're saying that they're returning Garcia to face these criminal charges, not to respond, as you suggest, to the court order to return him. What, if anything, do you think this means for others fighting deportations?
Yeah, I think that's why they're trying to draw that distinction. But it's clear that the Trump administration can bring people back, including there's like over 250 Venezuelans who are being held in jail down there in El Salvador now. At least 50 of them, according to the Cato Institute, hadn't committed any offenses here in El Salvador or Venezuela. And they were in the United States legally when they were taken away and deported. So I don't know that this addresses those. In fact, I think it doesn't. And I think they still need to be held accountable for those matters, too.
And in her press conference today, Attorney General Pam Bondi thanked the president of El Salvador for the okay to return Garcia. Does this fly in the face a bit of the claims previously that it was going to be so difficult to get these citizens, or not citizens, get these people returned?
Well, somewhat. I mean, it's different after a criminal charge has been filed. But I think at the end of the day, President Trump could call President Bukele and tell him to return any of the people who are being held down there, because they're not actually being held on criminal charges in El Salvador. And he could have them return. They'd be home for breakfast tomorrow. We saw how quickly Kilmar was brought back once the United States decided to move forward. They could get here just as quickly on that front, too. And they should be brought back so they can have their due process.
And when you did go to visit in El Salvador, what was your impression?
Well, it's my second time down there. The prisons are, CCOT is intentionally, I think, a gulag. And to hold people there who haven't committed any offense, haven't broken any laws, that's un-American. And the real problem, in addition to that, is we're paying them to do it. It's a contract between the United States and El Salvador to imprison people there. They're not turning over the full information about that contract, but the United States should not be imprisoning people who haven't done anything wrong. That's not the American way.
We're going to end it there. Representative Glenn Ivey, thank you for your time.
Thank you.